Good afternoon, Thursday afternoon, about 4:30. Episode 474, August 4th, 2022. Triples matchup, chapter 5 in this book. Who is the greatest baseball all-time player matchups? I'm matching up Hall of Fame players against each other. And in the triples chapter, who leads in triples in the Hall of Fame? Sam Crawford, 309 career. Who are the next 24 players that Sam Crawford can match up with? Here are the categories: career average, runs batted in, home runs, triples, doubles, singles, total bases, slugging, on base, base on balls, stolen bases, 100 RBI seasons, 100 runs scored seasons, most runs in a season, most RBIs in a season, highest average in a season, most hits in a season, most 200 hit seasons, career hits. Let's match up Sam Crawford against Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, Jake Beckley, Roger Connor, Tris Speaker, Fred Clark, Dan Brothers, Joe Kelly, Paul Waner. Top 10. Bid McPhee, Eddie Collins, Ed Delante, Sam Rice, Jesse Burkett, Ed Roosh, Buck Ewing, Rabbit Marinville, Stan Musial, Goose Goslin. Top 20. Zach Wheat, Roger Hornsby, Roberto Clemente, Elmer Flick, and George Sisler. Those are the top 25 leaders in the Hall of Fame with the most triples. Sam Crawford, how did he do? 10 wins, 13 losses, 1 tied. So he beat 10 other fellow Hall of Famers, but he did lose 13 times. Ty Cobb beat him 19-1. Honus Wagner beats him 17-3. Jake Beckley loses. Sam Crawford wins 12-8. Roger Connor wins 12-8. Tris Speaker wins 17-3. Sam Crawford beats Fred Clark 12-8. Dan Brothers beats Crawford 13-6-1. 13 wins, 6 losses, 1 tied. Joe Kelly beats Sam Crawford 11-8-1. Paul Waner beats Crawford 16-4. Crawford beat Bid McPhee 15-5. Crawford and Eddie Collins tied 10-10 in categories. Ed Delante beats Crawford 16-4. Crawford beats Sam Rice 10-9-1. Jesse Burkett beats Sam Crawford 11-8-1. Crawford beat Ed Roosh 18-2. Crawford wins over Buck Ewing 16-4. Crawford beat Robert Marinville 20-0. Stan Musial beats Crawford 16-3-1. Goslin beats Crawford 12-8. Goose Goslin. Crawford beats Zach Wheat 12-8. Roger Hornsby beats Crawford 16-4. Crawford beats Roberto Clemente 11-8-1. Crawford beat Elmer Flick 16-4. George Sisler beats Crawford 10-9-1. Those are 25 players with the most triples in the Hall of Fame. And Crawford matched up with 24 of them, beat 10 of them, but lost 16 times. Interesting. Crawford, 309 career triples. That'll never be broken. That's a record. Players today maybe get 5 triples in a season. They play 20 years. 5 times 20 is only 100. Crawford had 309. And then George Sisler, who's number 24 on the list, had 164. So you really have to be a speedster in order to get those triples, right? Hit it in the gap, keep running. Sam Crawford, interesting player. 309 career batting average, 2,963 hits. So he beats Marinville, Rouge, Flick, Ewing, McPhee, Beckley, Wheat, Clark, Clemente, Rice. Those are his wins. But he lost to Cobb, Wagner, Speaker, Musial, Wayner, Delante, Hornsby brothers, Goslin, Connor, Kelly, Burkett, and Sisler. And he ties Eddie Collins. So I'm doing player matchups. I'm doing 20 categories. And this was the 5th category, triples. I've done home runs. What categories have I done? I've done home run matchups. Babe Ruth won it. I've done career average matchups. Ty Cobb won that. I did runs scored matchups. Ricky Henderson, most runs scored, but he did not win the matchups. He lost 23 times. 23 other players had better matchup record than Ricky Henderson. Chapter 4, I had runs batted in matchups. Henry Aaron, he won the matchups. Won about 15 of them out of 24. But in the Chapter 5 triples matchup, Crawford loses 13 times. So he didn't win the triples matchup. Ruth wins home runs. Cobb wins career average. Aaron wins runs batted in. But Henderson and Crawford both lost in their matchups. What's next? What follows triples? Doubles. And who has the most career doubles in the Hall of Fame? Tris Speaker. He's a good player. Very good player. When we get into his matchups, you'll see he dominates. We'll get into that next. Thanks for watching here. Thursday afternoon, August 4th, 2022. Ken Arterzone, I'm out.